Hey, Pete, you didn't have to do the shout out, but thank you so very much. Um, as for the Team Fad t-shirts, well, uh, as much as I appreciate the fact that they're doing it to show some form of support to you, I think it might be even better if they gave you some form of the proceeds, or at least donate a part of the proceeds to a local charity. I do believe in giving credit where credit is due, and I can't believe in actually seeing someone's idea go all to profit for themselves, especially if they're using somebody else's fame to actually climb on top of the pyramid of life, I guess is possibly the better way of putting it. In regards to what you were advising us on, is it or is it not a good idea for me to drink fake beer? Well, I don't know if we should be calling it fake beer. I'll call it non-alcoholic beer because beer without the alcohol is still beer. The taste won't change. It's just that you have no alcohol content. That it tastes like shit. You may want to actually have a different brand to actually suit your needs. Unfortunately, I have to try those that are available here in the local superstore to tell you if they can actually be bought over in Australia. Actually, that's a bad idea because I don't think that the international laws would allow that type of commerce to go across the borders. I'd have to check just for the simplicity of doing the checking. That said, it's the equivalent of a cigarette smoker trying to get off of smoking cigarettes, so breaking the nicotine habit. More or less, it's a bad example. Using either the patch, nicotine gum, or pills that are available to kind of go not necessarily cold turkey, but to wean yourself off on a nice bell curve. In your case, I don't see any harm in it. The simple fact is that well, A, you do smoke, so it's a bad example, but B, you were someone who actually enjoyed beer, but you enjoyed getting drunk. Is possibly the best way. I hate the word now because with you, I can never see you as a drunk man, and I hope that you never become another drunk man ever again in your life. Because Ant and the rest of the people around you seem to be benefiting from you being sober, and the irritability that we saw from the first few days seems to have worn off. I just hope that you haven't experienced any deepening of other symptoms as secondary effects of uh, going cold turkey or feeling drawbacks of alcohol separation. But please continue drinking beer for the taste of it. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as there's no alcohol in it and that you don't partake of any alcoholic beverages ever again, you'll be fine. But it takes only one, there's just a one slip and everything may have to start again. We just hope that won't happen for you, Pete. Drink Kool-Aid, drink punch, drink anything but anything without alcohol. It's as simple as that. Virgin drinks for you, mate. Virgin drinks. That said, no, I do not want to hump your leg. You're too much of a gentleman for that. Besides, you're already spoken for. Ant's your mate, so for me, I'm completely for the opposite sex, not for the same sex. I'm sorry to say. If my life might be less complicated if that be the case. That said, I wish all of you folks over in Australia, especially those Canadians that are currently living in Australia that have decided to make it their place of living, that follow this fellow fat Aussie bastard, aka Pete, in his merry travels. And I wish all of you, and I do mean all of you, Ant, you Pete, your listeners on your channel, all the Canadians living overseas, all a Happy New Year. You've already gone and done it. Because if I remember correctly, it started your way, made itself our way. It's now 4:04 in the morning. I'm still not decided on going to bed. I'm not even falling asleep. Just bored out of my mind. I didn't participate to any parties this year. I just sat at home and drank an alcoholic beverage of choice along with good Chinese food and watched Darren Frost. Better Left Unsaid. He's a raunchy Canadian comic. You have to check him out. Anyways, you guys have a nice one, and have a happy 2010. See you, folks.